Really been a while, hasn't it? Anyway, how's everyone? Just recently got done with my exams and the feeling's amazing. I mean, it's breathtaking. Honestly speaking, I'd like to say thank you to LDC. I really hope I do graduate, but I know I will with time. However, today's topic is about occupational health and safety. Now, what does this mean? Many times, don't you ever see yourself walking into KFC and there's a wet floor? But many times, KFC will put a wet floor sign. Now, many people may take this for granted, but it's actually a very important aspect of our day-to-day lives. There is a bit of legal aspect in whatever we do, in everything. Even with animals, I mean, like you can shoot an animal and then you actually go to jail because of that, but you didn't know the laws that were around that animal. Now, back to occupational health and safety. Let's assume McDonald's or KFC opens up a branch here in Uganda, Kampala. And a customer in the grand opening comes and then just slides on the wet floor like, whoop. Once they slide and fall, they can actually sue KFC or McDonald's. Why? Because McDonald's owed the customer a duty of care. And if this duty of care is not met by KFC or McDonald's, that means that this person it means that McDonald's actually is in a breach of duty of care. Now, many of you may be asking, what's a duty of care? A duty of care is very simple. I care for my neighbor cares for me. Here in Africa, we have a very, very good set of laws about care. We live in a communal kind of society. And I think that's what a duty of care comes into. Now, this comes out in terms of negligence. In negligence, we have a duty of care. You've owed a duty of care to your person. And once that duty of care is not reached to that person, if that person, for example, falls at McDonald's, then he can actually sue you. He can sue you as McDonald's. And he can actually win in a case. Now, I don't know whether some of you watched SpongeBob SquarePants when you were young. I did. One of the characters fell in the Krusty Krab, which was a restaurant. And eventually, he actually broke his bones, he broke his elbows, everything. He actually went to court and sued SpongeBob and his boss. Now, there is an act that actually provides for occupational health and safety. This is the Occupational Health and Safety Act 2006. Section 26 actually gives every employer, every premises of an employer, if I set up a business, even if it's a hotel, and an employee falls down or a customer, then that means this person can sue you under Section 26 of the Occupational Health and Safety Act of 2006. Section 26 says every employer has a duty to provide a safe premises. Now, I always give an example of a wet floor sign. If someone has cleaned on this wet floor canvas, and then I come and sleep on it without there being a wet floor sign, then that means these people did not take due caution. Now, the law of negligence comes under the law of torts, and torts are a civil wrong. These are crimes that happen, but they are more in the civil division. Now, you can sue this person for gross negligence, you can sue this person for occupational negligence, but you can sue them under the fact that they did not carry out due care. They did not give you that same duty of care to take care of you. I mean, like you've come to buy a bucket of chicken, you've come to buy a burger, you've come to buy a crusher. I love crushers. You've come to buy a crusher and hey, you fall and your crusher even spills on you. So at the end of the day, you guys have to know about this. Now, this is for the customer. What about the company? KFC and McDonald's can, for anyone watching this video actually, whether you're KFC personnel or you're actually the boss of KFC or anything, you can actually adhere to these rules. You should know that whenever you're setting up a premises, for those who want to set up a business, you should know that the moment you set up a business, you should owe due care. And it's not only on wet floor signs, even the drinks, even the crushers, even the spicy chicken, the sticky wings, the burgers, whatever it is. I mean, even the spicy Indian food, wherever you are, your employer or the person whose premises you've come to owe you a duty of care. There was a case back in the day, in the 1800s, called Donahue versus Stevenson actually. This guy went to a bar. I think it happened in Scotland. This guy went to the bar. He ordered for a bottle of beer. He drank it, and there was a snail. There were snail particles inside his beer. And actually that was a precedent that set negligence, a duty of care. Stevenson actually, don't know, he won the case against Stevenson, and that's where duty of care comes from. So this is both to the customer and the employer. So thank you so much. I wanted to educate you about this. So I did this topic because it's really been a while since I posted a video, been in the middle of exams. However, a friend of mine sent me a text and told me to talk about this because he studied in Barra campus of LDC, and he told me he entered the supermarket and the entire floor was wet. There was no wet floor sign. There were leakages in the walls and the pipes, and they were sieving through into the supermarket. And this can happen to you anywhere. You can enter a supermarket, you fall down, or you buy a bottle of beer and there's like a grasshopper inside it. You get what I mean? So this can happen to you anywhere, in a shop, at school. It can happen to you anywhere. You can be rubbing a dustboard and then the chalk enters you. But then there you should know that there are many things that come into play when it comes to the legal aspect of things. So for those of you who are new to my channel, feel free to subscribe to my channel. For those of you who are like my friend, who have a channel, who have a topic you'd want me to talk about in a future video, please feel free to hit me in the comment section. And I forgot, before hitting the subscribe button, there's something very important I wanted to tell you. The whole aspect of this video is occupational health and safety. But did you know that you can actually sue the employer? You can actually sue the person whose premises you've entered into? Because in the law of torts and the law of negligence, your employer, in terms of occupational health and safety, owed you a duty of care. Now, if you enter a supermarket or a shop or a house of anyone and you fall down, the owner of the premises is the one you can sue. Meaning, if I fall down in a supermarket in Kampala or anywhere in the world and I get damaged badly, then that means that I can sue I can sue the owner of the premises. Or if I am an employee of, let's say, KFC or downtown Owino, anywhere, or Chikobo, or anywhere, I can then sue my employer because he didn't owe me a duty of care. He did not take necessary precaution to see to it that even in my line of work, I am safe. I am carrying out my work in the safe bounds of the job. So there are many things that come into play in terms of occupational health and safety, negligence. I will handle many topics in the future, but as of now, I remain yours truly, Terry KAHUMA, and I will see you next time. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Feel free to hit me up about anything you want me to talk about. Give me your honest opinion about these videos, and I'll see you next time. Peace.